this is Sierra and welcome to another video. Today we're doing another video and reading another chapter inside of Clockwork Chronicles, Hermit Outcry. And yeah, that name is hard to say fast. It's possible though. Anyway, yeah, we read up to chapter 4. So if you haven't read the last 4 videos, be sure you do so. Because we're starting to get into the bigger picture, slowly but surely. Things are going to start happening, and yeah, maybe not in this chapter, but yeah, things are about to get interesting. So let's get right into it, shall we? We are in chapter 5, Bdubs' perspective. I don't think I should keep repeating these anymore because it's basically the same, Bdubs and both perspectives. I'm not switching between different hermits. Look, I could, but would it be confusing? I mean, Riordan did it. I don't know. Bdubs opened his eyes to a new morning as he pulled back the covers and climbed out of bed. He took a few moments to redo the bed before going out of his room and into the hallway. As he started to head toward the stairs, most of the doors in the house were closed. As he made it to the end of the hallway, he went down the stairs, arriving at the bottom as he looked around the empty room. He wasn't sure whether or not people were already awake or if he was the first one up. Surely not, though, since the escorts were meant to be awake and patrolling the area, taking turns to keep watch. He walked over to the window, catching someone walking by as he smiled, reassured that the place was well protected. His attention was redirected as he heard something near the hallway that opened to the kitchen. Hearing footsteps as they walked upstairs rather rapidly as he hesitated, glancing over just as he saw Jem appearing out into the hallway. "Morning, Bdubs," she said cheerfully. "What are you doing down there?" he asked curiously. "Oh, Impulse and I were working on adding some features to the secret room, as well as the hallway. Tango decided to pitch in too. He's over at Green the Scars area to set up something there with Tyler." "That's awesome," Bdubs said with a grin. "I know," she replied happily. "I wanted to get this done, so if the men did try to do anything, we'd have a chance against them." "Have Green and Pearl woken up yet?" "Not that I know of," Bdubs replied. "So the lockdown is over?" "Yeah, a few of our friends were ambushed last night. Similar to what happened to Mumbo. Luckily, no one was too badly hurt," she frowned. "They don't seem to have a consistent pattern, though. Maybe they're trying to test us," Bdubs shrugged. "See how tough we are." "I'm not sure," she said slowly. "Devin was more concerned about some of our safety, though. Has to be enough of a threat." "But everyone's fine?" he pressed. Yeah. She nodded her head quickly. "Do you want us to do your base next, maybe? We're almost done here." "Sure," Bdubs said eagerly. "How many bases do you think you can get through?" "There's quite a few of us." "As many as we can today, and then tomorrow, and so on," Jem said confidently. "We're getting this done." "Good," Bdubs nodded, watching as she went over to a chest and rummaged through it till she found what she needed. "You don't need any help?" "No, I think we're good. Matthias is down there with us," she said simply. "There hasn't been any sign of the men after the incident last night." "Okay," Bdubs replied, as he watched her go around the corner and disappear down the stairs again. He turned as he heard footsteps coming down upstairs. Upstairs. Somebody stairs! As Pearl appeared. "Hello there, Bdubs," she said simply. "You haven't seen Green anywhere, have you?" "No, Jem asked me that just now, as well. But I haven't seen him," he replied. "He's not upstairs?" "I've looked in every room, and I can't seem to find him," she frowned, pulling out her communicator. "I'm sure he's fine. Maybe his escort picked him up to return to the base after the lockdown was over," Bdubs stated. "Without telling us?" she asked quietly, looking briefly towards the kitchen as she paused. She pressed a button on the device as they heard what sounded like a faint buzzing not too far away. "I knew it." Bdubs said nothing as she followed the sound of the buzzing into the kitchen, just as the pantry door was open, as the hidden hermit revealed himself. I wasn't doing anything, he insisted as he lifted his hands in surrender. Pearl laughed. Sure you weren't, G. What can I get for you? I don't know, the hermit admitted sheepishly as he lowered his hand. You know, there's not a lot of things in that walk-in closet of yours. It's more of a hiding place than anything, she mused, as she gestured for the hermit to move aside. She walked in, following the furthest wall, before she knocked on one of the shelves, as the door suddenly opened, revealing a staircase going down. Oh, that's smart, Greed admitted with a chuckle. How many of those are there? Not too many yet, she shrugged, as the door sealed behind her. Chum and I were thinking about putting something behind the stairs. Well, that way we have a place to hide in case someone is looking for us. They might need it soon, with whatever those men are planning, Bdubs admitted. I've already got a few of those, Green said simply, as the group walked out of the pantry. Did yours have any traps on the way, Pearl? No, but that can be arranged, she shrugged. The conversation was short-lived, as Bdubs looked up to see Greens and his escort coming into the room. Good, you're both awake, Green's escort replied simply. Is something going on? Green asked wearily. Scout just called, asking to see if you could come in and lend him a hand. The escort replied, glancing over at Green. Is he okay? Green asked wearily. He's fine. There was an ambush last night, and he asked if you could come over to help out with the cleanup. The man replied. He didn't say much. Right. Curious nodded, looking over at Bdubs. Not sure how I feel about going alone, knowing there are mysterious men out there wanting something. Sure, it'll be fine. Bdubs' escort reassured him. Devin will be there. You'll be on your own. Okay. Green replied with a nod. We can go back with you to make sure you get there safely if you want, Pearl offered. Besides, you do have a communicator. I do, Green frowned. I still haven't talked with Impulse about the ones he said he'd give me. Well, we can sort that out later, his escort said firmly. I'm sure he's busy right now. No, he's just about done working on the security measures downstairs, Bdubs pointed out, seeing the hermit's attention perk. It'll only take a minute, Green insisted. Please? Go ahead. Bdubs' escort replied with a nod, before the other cast member could say anything, as the hermit rushed down the hallway and the stairs. Yeah. Bdubs glanced over at Pearl curiously. What is he going to do with a few communicators? He asked her. She shrugged. What do I know? He said he had an idea. I'll leave him to it. Yeah, I guess so, the hermit replied with a smile, as the two escorts walked into the room. I actually might be able to come along and lend him a hand too, if you guys are up for it, he offered. Sure, Green's escort agreed brightly. That must have been terrifying, though, Pearl replied with a frown. It always is, no matter who you are, Green said from behind him, as the hermit. Oh, we got everything you needed. Yes, Chris. Green nodded. Yep, absolutely everything. Great, now come on, both of you. Bdubs' escort said eagerly. Wait, both? Green asked with uncertainty. Coming along to lend a hand. Bdubs smiled brightly, especially if it's redstone related. Okay, Green said slowly. At least it's better than nothing. Bdubs nodded, following his friend and their escorts as he walked outside. He stepped in beside Green, just as the men lunched off, following them. Tango and Tyler are already there, securing the potatoes, he whispered to Green. What? No way! Green asked in a hushed whisper. Your extra hands never hurt, Bdubs admitted. Lottie did seem a little wary leaving like that. Yeah, Green said with a smile. I guess I'm just too used to betrayals at this point. Oh. I've got you back, the hermit said confidently. Thank you. Green chuckled as they began flying towards sky space, following the men as time seemed to speed up as fast as they went. They'd be there in no time. He glanced briefly back over his shoulder, seeing the trees below as he passed by them. There was no sign of Mr. men, not even one of those eliminators either. As if they had disappeared. So what are you going to do with those communicators? He finally asked the other hermit as they neared their space. Green shrugged as his smile widened. We'll have to wait and see. Anyway, that's going to be the end of this video. I do hope you enjoyed. Yes, I'm leaving it like that. And no, I am no regrets. So, yeah. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in chapter 6. Shit, Steve.